I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 60, 40. Let's go, D. Big guy. We got to step it up. He's crashing. There you go.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. Throwing on first down. Love. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 55, mark 55. Roger John. Go. Double up. He's coming, double up. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
He's moving, boys, he's moving. Check, 55 to Mike.
Ito Smith, his first carry.
Run to the ball.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set. 7 ending. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Watch out. Delta.
Haskins on third down. And this one complete to Smith. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7.
And he's into the clear. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
55, Mike, Doc, 55. I got it. Mike, 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
On 2nd and 2, Haskins. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 3. 64. Wait.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
You ain't got nothing. SOS.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Third down. Here's Haskins. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Falcons, nothing.
On first down, Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Hines. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to throw. Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. This is Hines. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to throw. Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deion Jones gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Slam. Motion.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the whip.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Tighten up. Switch.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down, Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Shift. 25. Check 25. Check. Crunch. Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. Trying to implement, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deion Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And it's 3rd down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Now a toss play. It's Hines. Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Haskins looking deep for Julio. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check. Check 24, check. Go. Hey, go back.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Switch. Go. Motion.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up third and 3.
49. Check 49. Anyway. Echo. Mike, go. Mike, 5. Hey, let's go.
From the gun on third down. Haskins, complete. Smith has it. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On first down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Single in the slot. No. Off.
Now on second and 13. Haskins flushed out right. Johnson's got it complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw on third down. Haskins. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Why we saw that field goal try a moment ago, I'll never understand. But as a result, this offense, they've got to be pumped. 1st and 10 in striking position already. Now Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Alert 3. Jim. 22, check, cover. Check 22, check, cover. Same on. 15, check 50.
On second down, here's Smith. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Banjo.
On third down, Haskins. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Love. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. They run with Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. Operating from the gun, Love. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Deion Jones, his second sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys that they...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From the 24, Haskins. That's complete to Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, 55. Go. 55, Mike. Check back.
2nd down, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete.
The pass on 2nd down. Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Check hot route. Hot. Check 37. Check 37. Look at it. Patsy. Watch the edge. Go. I got it.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A give to Smith out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
55. Check the outs. Check the outs. Go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Caught by Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They begin the drive with Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Let's go, defense.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's go, baby.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
the 40-yard line.
On the set. Go 58's the line. Here we go, here we go. Check 3, turn hand. Handle. Check it out, 3. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Let's go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got you. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go to Johnson again. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Hey, we got 4.
And they will take a knee here.
Haskins on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Mike 58 right there. Guys, it's game situation.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up.